So, and not to mention there's huge amounts of Overwatch now, so should be alright. Anyway, our mission to clear this little corner of the map is still continuing, so let's hit the red button and we'll go again. Okay, we're at another 5-minute mark. Let's B Company is the spotter. Ah, okay, they were firing over here, now they're firing over here. I forgot exactly where I had adjusted it from. I guess I could adjust again. See, I wish I had the forward observer on the artillery, but oh well. I guess I'm going to save the forward observer for the aircraft. Yeah, I guess we can leave that there for now. Let's begin. Strike procedures here in the corner of the map. That's a bit too close. Yeah, we're gonna call it like that. See, trouble is, I don't know exactly what weapons he has. This is one reason I'm looking forward very much to the Shock Force 2 upgrade, and finally be able to actually see the loadouts for your aircraft. So, I mean, I don't know like what is heavy, what is light. I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. Anyway, I'm just gonna set the diameter to that. Just gonna do light personnel, and we'll see what happens. I mean, that could be a 1,000-pound bomb, or it could just be his 20mm Gatling or something. I just want him to fly over, have a look, and shoot at any personnel on the roof or anything that he can see. And then I'll probably shift him down to this corner of the map while we begin our street crossings here. Anyway, these guys have come to a stop. I don't know why, so I'm going to order them to hunt forward again. This guy has finally finished his medevacing, so he's also going to hunt down here. How can they get into this building? They can cross over to here into this garage. There's a back door of that garage. Then there's a big front side here with windows. There's a back door right there. But to get there, they have to cross in front of these windows. But I don't think there's anybody in there. It might be worth it to send these guys straight across here and then into this brown building instead of trying to directly enter the white building. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hunt them straight into here. And of course, the only way from one side of this building into the other is to come down through this little courtyard with a window overlooking it. Oh, man. This map is a nightmare. It really is. I think that's really the only way we're going to be able to go around, unless we come back out the front of the building and go into here. And we're still going to have to clear this white building as well. But, hey, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. These guys are still working on the blue building. That's alright. I think once I've gotten into the white building, I'm going to move this overwatching team down to this balcony, and they're going to look in this direction. And in the meantime, the big weapons team... Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have these guys... It should be a safe move. These guys are going to move up and replace these guys on the roof. It's a much larger team with heavier weapons. And this depleted team is actually going to move downstairs back into the garage. I'm just going to have them move into the road. I crossed two teams without difficulty, and they didn't really get shot at. So I'm just going to see if I can medic up those guys in the road. It would be nice. I hate leaving casualties behind. And in the meantime, the presence of this dead guy right here, who also happens to be holding my RPG-29, so I'm going to need to get him casevac'd, confirms there is a bad guy in this window. Because that's where he got shot from. But what I'm going to need to do is figure out a way to cross this road. Can't get into this building from here. I can get into this building though. And the upstairs has some windows there and some windows here. So they can come out the front door, straight across the road, and into this little section here, into the car, into the garage, and then into the house. I think trying to cut through here is going to be a mistake. But I want to start putting a tow hold across the street. We have a command group, they're not that good for that. We have an RPG group, they're not that good for that either. That's A Company of the Engineers. And there's second squad. These guys are supposed to do that. But I'm going to detach... I can't leave a scout team behind. Okay. I was going to detach a scout team and have them wait until they can medevac this guy, but instead I'm going to take an assault team. It's actually... they're going to have to take a circuitous route to get to their position. They're going to come into level 1. We're going to have them do that this turn, and they'll cross the street next turn. It's really difficult to navigate. I guess the next thing I could do is try to put some dudes in this white building here. If I had to guess, that's probably a big risk too. Ground floor windows almost always have somebody behind them. But hey, let's split off an assault team. Get them down to the first floor. Can hunt straight across. Yeah, we'll send a couple of assault teams across. So yeah, we're going to start crossing the street, and my objective for this next phase of the plan is going to be to clear this block of houses right here. Because what I'm doing with this mount battle, I mean, there's a phase line here I have to cross, and there's a phase line here I have to cross, but what I'm doing is I'm dividing up the entire map into sections of buildings, and I'm just going to clear every single section one at a time. I know it's going to take a very long time, but I do have an hour and 15 minutes, and I plan on using every single second of that to accomplish all my objectives. I mean, I haven't even come across the street into the little madrasa over here, but I do have an assault team standing by, ready to do something like that. I just need to make sure that I have Overwatch and that all the angles out here have been covered and there's no enemy overwatching teams. Otherwise, if I try to run this guy out here and across the street, he's going to get mown down. Or I could use... oh, there's a door right there. Might be better to blast a hole in this wall here and then blast a hole in this little tower over here straight into this corner of the building. I need my engineer team for that. Where are they? Here they are. They don't have any explosives left. And that's B Company Engineer Section HQ, and that's all they have. Ah, the B Company HQ has demo charges. Alright. I'm gonna need to get these guys over to the mosque. I've already cleared out this entire section of buildings, so it should be perfectly safe just to have the TAC AI route these guys all the way out to here. They shouldn't take any weird abnormal paths or anything. Alright, let's hit the red button and we'll see what happens. Maybe I should have staggered that movement. Whoops. Hopefully they don't run into anybody. Into the building, into the building. Safe and sound. Safe as houses. Okay, good. Yeah, you don't want to pull your Overwatch at the same time your assault team is moving into position. It's not a good idea. Whoops. Alright, these guys are moving out into the street. That's good. As long as they don't get shot at while they're out here, they should be able to medic all three of those guys out easily. CTS, 2nd Platoon B Company. 2nd Platoon A Company. B Company, concealed tunnel entrance. Okay, so that looks like a place where enemy reinforcements may actually arrive from. Which means it's probably a good idea to post a couple of dudes in this garage and leave them here. Well, 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 what an interesting map. But yeah, that was quite a lot of action. Right through here, we have a few more targets popped up. These guys are aiming and firing. These guys can't really see anybody. These guys are waiting, which means they spotted a target and it disappeared. I did lose a guy up here. He's wounded, but to be honest, this team sitting out on this balcony has always been in great danger. Because no matter how many times I give them a face command, I can't seem to get them to stay inside the building. They all charge out onto this balcony as soon as they see something. And of course it was the straw guy who could have lobbed a rocket into this building. What a pain. I mean, these guys had already taken like 3 casualties, and that was when we were clearing out all the overwatching elements of this square here. But it appears we missed a few. I think that guy right there was firing down the street at these guys, maybe? I don't know who can see him. Oh, this upstairs overwatch. I think I'm just going to move these guys in their AKs upstairs so they can see out all the windows. That'll increase our volume of fire. Anyway, yeah, it looks like the reason these combatants had stopped on their hunt orders is because there was bad guys in this building, and they were kind of detecting them passively. So it might be a good idea just to hunt a team along the face of each building complex. Yeah, I need to get this squad off the balcony. They're not happy. Oh, never mind. They moved into the building. Ah! That's very interesting. I thought they were in there the whole time, but no, it looks like they're trying to do like a counterattack. So yeah, never mind. It's not that we discovered new enemy teams. It's just the fact that more enemies have come into a position. So yeah, I think I need to hasten my move across the road, and we need to start clearing out this cluster of houses too. Let me just see how this move went. Of course, a literal firestorm, maybe 100 meters away, doesn't bother these guys in the slightest. These guys arrive safely. I'm going to get them in there.